Hey, welcome back. It's Monday. We are starting a term of court today. The last couple of weeks we've been out of court, and it's really best for us if we have a couple of weeks on and then a couple of weeks off to get prepared because, you got to be in the office some to get the next term lined up. But I thought I would talk with you just a little bit today about, what that looks like. I always talk about, we're in court. But what's really happening is we have two judges. One's a plea judge, and that's Judge Kinlaw out of Greenville. And then we've got a trial judge, which is Judge Culbertson out of Georgetown. And they're here in Horry. And what we will do is go out to the jail with a team of prosecutors and a whole pile of files. And then over here at the courthouse, a jury pool will come in and another team will go up and make sure any of those cases that are wanting a continuance, we can ask the judge not to grant a continuance unless there's some sort of great reason, or get ready for trial. And so I'm going to talk about both of those things today. First of all, out at the jail. When we had a meeting with the Supreme Court, it was the Supreme Court, it was all of the prosecutors, all of the elected prosecutors from across the state, all of the public defenders, and all of the administrative judges, or the judges that would be there to figure out how to make court run better. That was the whole idea, is how to make court run better. And several people on the Supreme Court said, look, we're trying to build a state model and we want to build it on what they're doing in Horry County. And that was, a great pride to me and to us, because we've got a lot of hard workers. But what we try to do is all of those extra things that you may not read about or hear about, but like today, by going out to the jail, the sheriff will have the staff cook for the judges, the public defenders, the prosecutors, the secretaries, victim advocates. And they'll go out this morning, start about 8:30 with pleas. They will work up till around lunchtime, say 12:30, take a break for an hour, but they'll never leave the facilities at the jail. They'll go right back on the bench at 1:30, and then we'll work until 5:30 doing pleas that have sit out there at the jail. And that's to keep people from having to bring out 15 at a time inmates, go through booking, go through all of the searches and all of the stuff that goes along with that, to put them in a van, bring them to the courthouse, have them wait until that group, and then send them back. And that's inefficient. And we've been doing this for at least 20 years, going out to the jail and having the judge to meet us there. It's like moving Muhammad to the mountain instead of the mountain to Muhammad. That's what we're trying to do. And we go out there and we do, some days I've seen them do as many as 80 pleas. And that was Judge Cottingham. But, anytime that someone can do that many and not be focused on the next group coming in and all of that stuff, it's a really good thing. And it cuts down on the staff of the sheriff's office having to bring them back and forth to a secured facility here at the courthouse. And, all of that. But that's one way that we do it. Another way, and I've talked with you about this before, but it's really important, is we've got U.S. attorneys in-house that are not only prosecutors, but they're also special U.S. attorneys. So we open up a whole nother series of courthouses and prison systems in Florence. And we do a lot of them that way. And that's how we're able to move, basically 10,000 warrants a year that come in. There's a lot of other things, but I wanted you to know that it's been noticed across the state. There's 46 counties. The one that they pointed to, excuse me, Ms. Pollen's killing me. The one that they pointed to was Horry County, and we're able to move stuff a lot more efficiently that way, and to move the cases a lot quicker. In the other courtroom, what will happen is these 250 jurors will come in. Judge Culbertson will come downstairs, meet with our team, meet with the defense attorneys that are over there, first, second, third up for trial. They will go through a series of questions known as voir dire, or voir dire if you're French. They go through, and it means to speak the truth. So the judge asks these questions of them: where do you work? Are you married? Where does your spouse work? Have you ever been convicted of a crime that would carry over a year? Any of those qualifying or disqualifying questions. How old are you? If you're over 65, you can serve, but you don't have to. All of those questions to take this group of 250 and ultimately get down to a group of 12 jurors and 2 alternates for a trial. So we got a whole list of trials that are standing up there, and they will watch and take notes about what these jurors look like. Then they will probably move each group into a pod because of the weather and pull out at random 50 jurors and probably have them to come back tomorrow, because I'm sure, I haven't heard yet, but we've already had one storm this morning. We'll probably have several others. So that weather's going to be, but even the weather, we've got a plan to go forward and to make sure that we use the jury's time efficiently, the judge's time efficiently, the defendant and the victim's time efficiently, and trying to just move all of these cases through a system that is adversarial. So that's kind of what today will look like. A lot will get done, and all week we really look to use every minute of the judge's time, every minute of the court's time, so that when we're out of court, we can be preparing for the next time and not going back and constantly continuing these cases. Hope you have a great week. Stay safe from the storm.